Okay, Ryan, we're going to compare your forehand to Djokovic's forehand. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get to about the same position with Nolo and try to get him about the same height as you are. Let's see if I can line this up. Okay. Okay, so it looks right here. Looks like it's about the same position we've got. Okay. So let's see what we can note right here at this stage. Obviously, it looks like a pretty close situation. It looks like your hand right here, your hand looks like it's a little bit higher than his. He's got his hand down here by his chest. Yours is up a little bit higher. And the biggest, well, let's see what else. His racket, if you look at the top of his racket, is kind of a little bit below the top of his head. You've got your top of your racket up there a little bit higher at this stage. See if I can clear this stuff. The biggest thing I would notice right here is that Nolo he's leaning forward. He's a little bit more of an athletic position. So his body at this stage is lined up, kind of leaning forward a little bit, and you're kind of straight up and down here. And a big thing to notice is if you look right here, he is on his toes. His heel is not touching the ground. He's leaning forward slightly. You are on your heel right there, okay? A little flat-footed. So we got to stay on our toes, as the coaches will tell you a million times. Okay. So let's push this forward a little bit. Now you're starting to get your racket way up there high. Let's see where Nolo is. Again, your hand, if you look at the head level of your hand, yours is up here by your head, and the top of your racket is way up there. Nolo's is a little bit lower at this stage. Let's keep going. Left hand, again, your left hand that's really nice, high. I'd say a little bit higher. Nolo's left hand is, excuse me, he's got his hand down here. Oops. And you've got your hand way up here. All right. Looks like you're on your toes now here, though. That's a little better position. Looks like we got your heels off the ground. All right. In this position, again, your racket's up a little bit higher. Your left arm is up there high. You're looking pretty close there. Looks like Nolo's racket is facing back towards the fence a little bit more than yours. Yours is facing kind of almost to the corner of the court. The racket's going to start moving back. Pretty close. Looking good so far. This stage, Nolo's left foot looks like it's off the ground. It looks like your heel is off the ground, so that's good. Let's keep going forward. Okay, you're starting to come down. Okay, we're almost in the same position here. His left arm is starting to move at this stage. He's got his left arm straight. Otherwise, we look like we're in pretty close position right here. Okay. Now let's see what happens from here. At this stage, your left arm is kind of bending. It's scoot you over so we can see your racket. I guess I can't scoot you over. Okay. Get a racket down. And again, he looks a little bit more, his left hand is rotated out, his arm is rotated straight, a little bit in front of him at this stage. Here comes the ball for you. Again, you can compare these positions. His left arm here going straight at, whoops, his left arm here, out. Yours is going here still at this stage. Okay. And let's go slow-mo. Got the ball in the picture there for you. Unfortunately, I can't slide you over, so I can't see your racket face at this stage. You can see Nolo right here. At this stage, his racket is completely flat to the ground. I think if we looked at yours, we would see it's not quite flat to the ground there. His arm is straight out in front of him at this stage. And now Nolo's starting to lift. As the racket's coming forward, you're starting to lift. Good. Very similar position here, except you're still on your right foot. Now your heel's down again, and Nolo is up on his toes. You can see that. All right, whoops. Not used to this thing yet. Over there, heel off the ground. Here, heel on the ground. And we're coming at the ball. Now you can see we're in the same position here. We're almost the same position, but the ball, your ball is almost, his ball is way out in front. The ball is coming at you. You're almost in here in the same position. Okay, so look where you're going to take that ball, right here, almost to your side. And look where Nolo's going to take it. He's getting it. At this stage, look at how high off the ground. Both legs are off the ground here. You've still got your right foot on the ground. Now you've made contact. Whoops. And this time Nolo is way up in the air. Okay, so we're close, but you can see he's got his right foot up 2 inches off the ground. You've already made contact. He hasn't quite made contact yet. And his contact point is going to be just a little bit farther. Bam. There's his contact point, way out in front. And you can see your contact point was a little farther back. He's completely off the ground at this point. He's going to come, you kind of just slapped your wrist over, and his strings are kind of still facing the target here. At this stage, you flipped your racket over. You can see his strings are still sort of facing the target, and his arms a little farther out in front here. Racket's still going up, and now yours is flipping down. So you're pretty much done with your shot at this stage. Well, the ball's left your hand. You're both left and finished, but look at all this extra rotation that he's got. Look, whoa, he is way up in the air, and now your racket is already flipped down and around. Okay, and now you are on the ground, the racket back, still up in the air. There's the racket is in the back position when he's actually still in the air there. Okay, at this stage you're standing straight up. The The shot is completely finished. And he's going to keep going, 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 going. And there he landed on the left foot. Landed on the right foot. And amazingly, he's facing sideways to the net there. Crazy. And now he's going to pop back really quick to a ready position. And we never really know that he would have finished that quick. So let's look at these in real time. Well, actually, Djokovic's is slow-mo. So you can see he's just getting that air, that legs. We gotta load, we gotta lift, we gotta rotate more. But there's a lot of similarities in these strokes. Okay.